Everybody has something that I don't have. Those people are so much happier than my family. That couple is more in love than my wife and I will ever be. Why is my friend so much more together than I am? Why is she still friends with me? Everyone else was invited to that party. All the vaccinated people are getting together and I'm still here alone. These are the sad voices that every single one of us has had walk into the rooms of our mind at some time or another. They are the voices of insecurity and envy, and they are very unpleasant visitors. When we try to show them the door, they have the most irritating way of sticking around, even sometimes getting into bed with us at the end of the day. It is reported that Jesus once cast 7 demons out of Mary Magdalene. That detail is mentioned casually, parenthetically. Sometimes I think about that. How many demons any of us have living rent-free in our heads that would be amazing to have suddenly resolved, disappeared, vanished? Can you count 7 of your own demons? What would their names be? Mine have stayed pretty consistent over my lifetime, and I'm not sure if I would actually want all of them to be exorcised. I might like to keep 1 or 2 as a pet. Demons in the ancient world were believed to cause disturbing behaviors that we would today attribute to mental illness. But demons were also for a long time credited, and still are in some cultures, with putting negative, troubling thoughts in our heads. Thoughts of the sort that make you cranky, snappish, hard to live with, and an embarrassment to yourself. Ignatius of Loyola, who founded the Jesuit order and taught a very helpful discipline called the examen, which requires an honest nightly assessment of one's thoughts and actions through the day. 12-steppers might recognize this as a fearless moral inventory. When I first learned of the examen, I rejected Ignatius's language of evil spirits. But as I studied his theories of spirits of consolation and spirits of dejection, which cause us to feel, and here I'm quoting from a Jesuit website, assaulted by all sorts of doubts, bombarded by temptations, and mired in self-preoccupations, excessively restless and anxious, and cut off from others, I found that I began to appreciate the notion of demons because I could talk back to them. I could create them in my imagination as these little mean beings who were smacking my heart around. And I could therefore maintain kind of a sense of humor and lightness of being about them, and to regard myself with more compassion. The fear of missing out, or FOMO in shorthand, is a surprisingly upsetting little gremlin that starts to whisper in our ears in childhood when we're left out of something or see a sibling getting more attention from a parent. And if we're not attentive to its presence and deal directly with it, may take up permanent residence in our minds, turning us bitter and jealous, beset by a pettiness that comes from insecurity. And right now, the FOMO demon is having a wonderful time wreaking havoc among people who are vulnerable, sad, and tired, which is pretty much all of us. It's taking advantage of unwilling hosts, sliding into our or our children's or parents' minds through the phone, through email, and especially through social media. That little demon whispers, everyone else is having things you want to have. You're left out. You may be left out for a long time. maybe always. You must speak back to this demon. You must call it out. Look, FOMO, first of all, did you know we're in a pandemic, the plague? I was lucky to be spared it. I'm offering up prayers of gratitude to have been spared. And if you insist on being here, you're going to have to listen to me right now, offer a word of gratitude for every person I know who has gotten through this year in one piece. That's really the best way to cast out this demon. I don't know how Jesus did his healings, but I know how I do mine. Focus on gratitude. Look, listen to, savor everything in your life that is good, is pleasant, is helpful. Give thanks for your running water. Cherish the ability to exchange text messages, to see each other in the backyard. Listen to or read a book. Marvel how much enjoyment can come from this solitary activity, or whatever it is you enjoy doing in your own home. Demons of dissatisfaction and envy truly cannot make a place where there is a spirit of gratitude. Gratitude is the most powerful spiritual protection and soul strength that we have, and it's free and available any time of the day or night. If you want to take your demon management skills to the next level, here's a story that will guide you to an even deeper practice, one step beyond gratitude. And here's the story. A great mystic, living silently by himself, one day was suddenly awakened by a messenger from God. The messenger said, "Your prayers have been accepted. Now the Supreme Being, the Creator, is very happy with you. You can ask, and whatsoever you desire will be fulfilled. You ask, and immediately it will be fulfilled." The mystic was a little puzzled, and he said, "You came a little late. When I needed things, when I had many desires, you never came. Now I have no desires. I have accepted myself. I am totally at ease, at home. Now I don't bother even whether God exists or not. I don't pray to him. I pray because it feels good. I have stopped thinking about God at all. My prayer is not addressed to anybody anymore. I simply pray as I breathe. It's so beautiful. Whether God exists or not is irrelevant. You came a little late. Now I have no desire." But the angel said, "This will be an offense against God. When he says you can ask, you have to ask." The mystic was puzzled and shrugged his shoulders and said, "But what to ask? Can you suggest anything? Because I've accepted everything and I'm so fulfilled. At the most, you could go and tell God that I'm grateful. Give my thanks to him. Everything is as it should be. Nothing is lacking. Everything is perfect. I am happy, blissful, and I don't know anything about the next moment. This moment is all. I am fulfilled. You go and give my thanks." But the angel was stubborn. He said, "No, you will have to ask for something, just a token. Be a little understanding." And then the mystic said, "If you insist, then ask God to keep me as desireless as I am. Give me only one thing, desirelessness." If deep peace is what you're after. And aren't we all? Look to your wants. You may find that actually you want for nothing, and therefore you can want nothing. There is nothing to miss out on. However far you get with this, please congratulate and cheer yourselves on frequently. It's a hard time, a tremendously challenging year, the kind of time that inner demons adore, party time for them. Let's help each other keep the demons at their own party while we take our peace and our refuge in gratitude and our delight in freedom from desire. So may it be.